Have you ever stumbled across something online that just felt wrong? Something that burrowed under your skin and stayed with you long after you clicked away. In 2020, a series of video files began to surface on the darkest corners of the internet. Files that would come to be known as the smile tapes. At first glance, they looked like grainy, low-quality rips of old VHS tapes from the 1980s. The kind of thing you'd find in a dusty box at a garage sale. They presented themselves as self-help programs for children, meant to teach social skills and build confidence. But it only took a few seconds to realize something was deeply, fundamentally broken. The host, a nondescript person in casual 80s attire, is the first thing that sets off alarm bells. They have a smile, an impossibly wide, unnaturally fixed smile. It never falters, never wavers. It's a mask of happiness stretched taut over something you can't quite see. The first tape is almost plausible, if unsettling. It's titled, "Making a Good Impression." The smiling host offers basic lessons. How to greet people, make eye contact, be polite. Standard stuff. But that smile, it's locked in place, even as they speak. Even when they blink, the corners of their mouth remain frozen in that cheerful, terrifying arc. The uncanny valley effect is overwhelming. You keep waiting for it to change, for a moment of normal human expression. But it never comes. It just hangs there. A silent promise of the strangeness to come. Tenkomis Tape 2. The Smiling Family. The set is a cheap, artificial living room, populated by mannequins. A mother, a father, 2 children, all with crude, painted-on smiles. The host uses them to demonstrate conversations, but the scenarios grow increasingly bizarre. They teach children to smile when they're scared, to smile when they're hurt, to smile even when they feel sad. The host's voice, though a beat, becomes a hypnotic drone. Smiling makes everyone comfortable. They repeat, over and over. A good friend is a smiling friend. Always smile, never stop smiling. The message shifts from a friendly suggestion to an unnerving rule. Tape 3 is where the true horror begins to bleed through. The mannequins are gone. Now, there are real children. They sit in a semicircle, all facing the camera. Their small faces contorted into practiced, strained smiles. You can see the effort, the muscle fatigue around their mouths. But their eyes tell a different story. TR, wide vacant, and filled with a silent, pleading terror. They look like hostages. In the background, just at the edge of the frame, you can sometimes see other figures lurking in the shadows, watching. The host's instructions are no longer lessons, they are commands. Smile wider. They demand their own impossible grin, somehow stretching even further, wider. Don't you want to make friends? Good friends always smile. The pressure is palpable. You feel like you're watching a kind of psychological torture, disguised as a children's program. Tape 4 is the breaking point. It's where the facade shatters, revealing the nightmare underneath. The video quality degrades rapidly. The host's face begins to distort, the smile stretching beyond the physical limits of a human face, becoming a grotesque caricature. The children in the background are no longer just staring. You can see tears streaming down their faces, but their mouths are still locked in those horrifying smiles. The audio crackles with static. 10 coots out, replaced by a low hum. When the picture clears, the host is standing impossibly close to the camera, their distorted face filling the entire screen. Their voice is a low, distorted whisper. You're learning so well, it hisses. Soon you'll smile forever, just like us. And behind them, out of the darkness, dozens of figures emerge, all of them men, women. Figures you can't even identify are wearing that same impossible, stretched smile. The tapes end abruptly, but with one final, chilling piece of information. An address. It's presented as the location for advanced smile training. Naturally, online sleuths and paranormal investigators couldn't resist. They traced the address. It led them to an abandoned facility that had once been a children's mental health and behavioral treatment center. It was shut down in 1983, following numerous severe allegations of patient abuse. The building was a wreck, decaying and forgotten. Inside, investigators found what they were looking for: old video equipment, cameras, and stacks upon stacks of VHS tapes. Dozens of them. Each one was labeled with a date and the name of a child. But here's the twist that turns this from a creepy story into a modern-day horror. The tapes found at the facility were the originals. The masters. The ones circulating online. The ones people had been watching were copies. This meant someone had been inside that abandoned, tainted place recently. Someone had found the tapes, duplicated them, and deliberately unleashed them onto the internet. Someone wanted these tapes to be seen. They wanted the program to spread, and it seems to have worked. People who claim to have watched the full, uninterrupted series have reported disturbing side effects. It starts small, an uncontrollable urge to smile at inappropriate times, during a serious conversation or even a funeral. Then, it gets worse. Some say they begin to see the host in their peripheral vision, just a glimpse of that casual 80s outfit and that Frozen. Watching Grin, one viewer's story, pieced together from their final forum posts, is particularly terrifying. Their last message read, "I can't stop smiling, even when I'm alone, even when I'm terrified. My face hurts, but I can't stop. It won't let me stop." They never posted again. Their account went silent. Mental health professionals who have been consulted on the phenomenon strongly warn against seeking out or watching the complete series. Several viewers have reportedly required psychological intervention to deal with the lingering anxiety, paranoia, and compulsive behaviors. The power of suggestion is strong, and these tapes seem to be a masterclass in psychological manipulation. So if you're ever browsing an old forum, or get sent a strange video file, and you see that grainy 80s aesthetic, that unsettlingly wide smile, don't watch it. Don't share it. Don't even click on it. Some smiles aren't friendly invitations. They're warnings, they're traps. And some things, once seen, can never be unseen. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed diving into the unexplained and the unsettling, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the dark side of the web. Stay safe out there.